Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast, number 111. My name's Coach Brad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host tonight, as always, our illustrious leader, Atlas. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you very much for the introduction, Coach Brad. And thank you, folks, for coming tonight to another edition of the ARK Nightly Podcast. This is Sunday, February 20th, another great day of growth here. Total vault accounts are 3,232. Every single day we see new videos coming out on YouTube. A lot of folks that are taking the time, doing their due diligence and learning what is so special about ARK. What are these great folks, the smart money as we like to call them, right? Why are they coming on board? Why are they taking the time to spend with the white paper, looking at the legacy NFTs, how they're paying out, the foundation, looking at the syndicate, airdrop system, the vault? Everything here is of top quality. Notifications, auto allocation. You can even auto allocate your airdrops, folks. Isn't that an amazing thing? ARK is setting a new standard in the space. Mobile application well on its way. We're looking forward to the end of the month, if not the first week or so of March, having the release of our V1 mobile application. Just on Friday, 2 days ago, we did a showcase of a short screen recording by one of the developers here of the mobile application, walking us through, showing us the work he's doing. And folks, it's looking quite amazing. If you haven't seen it, check our announcements. You'll be able to find that video and see that presentation. We'll have another one next week as well. So the team is on fire. Folks are hearing about this mobile application. They're hearing about these amazing contracts, and they're wanting to be a part of it. Another thing they're hearing about is our ILC, Intelligent Liquidity Controller. It is on a positive growth trend as more investors are coming in, currently sitting at 456,555 BUSD. Beautiful thing, folks. And tonight, we will be giving the 63rd Spark Prize pool. It is currently sitting at 240.31 ARK. That is a street value of $1,372.17. Just a couple minutes, we're going to find our 63rd winner. Maybe they're here amongst us in the live podcast. Maybe it's someone that's listening. If you do win, you will see a notification letting you know here, the little bell if you're in the D app, and it's going to give you that great message. You are a Spark winner, and you will see on the list here of all the winners your wallet address in green, the date, as well as the prize amount. For those of you who have already won, congratulations. You understand the power of winning Spark, how it puts your investment into nitro mode, as we like to call it here, where you're growing so much faster, you're compounding so much more after that win. And another great part about Spark is that you can win several times. We've already had 2 winners that have won 3 times. There's no limit to the amount of times you could be a Spark winner, and that's just your lucky stars working for you in your favor. But there's no doubt, it's no secret that it really has an amazing impact for every single investor that's won and that will win in the future. We want to welcome all of the new investors on board the ARK. We're here every single night, 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UTC, for you to listen to your questions, to inform you of the updates, what's coming, what the team is working on, and to really share time together, get to know each other, and understand also what's happening in DeFi with our DeFi sessions. Coach Brad does the All Aboard. This is a special part of the podcast dedicated to promoting the content creators, those great folks that are taking the time to really deep dive into ARK, not only for the benefit of managing their investment here, but being able to convey that and provide numbers and analytics and give their point of view of why they have invested, what their financial planning is here, what the team is up to, and why it may be a fantastic option for someone that'll read an article that they've written on Medium or information they're tweeting out or they're doing on YouTube. So thank you all for being here, and we're going to turn it over to Brett and see what updates he may have for us this evening. Welcome aboard, Brett.
Thank you. Yeah, another big day here. Full day, right? Never a day off in old Arkfi crypto land. It was a good one, though. Yeah, the numbers and stats, man, I've been just really impressed with how things are working, and just a real balanced system right now. Even though we had, quite a few wallets, obviously, from the launch and also the pre-sale that are, getting close to hitting their limit on their NDV, going from 2% down to 1%. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in a few weeks as this kind of plays out. But yeah, just really strong growth on all levels, including the ILC. And I think that that's going to get a little bit of a boost towards the end of the month. So we'll watch that and see. I tried to look on the Dune Analytics a few times to see, but I think the NDV calc on there is not correct. So just to try to get an idea of how many wallets are going to be dropping from 2% to 1%, but kind of looking forward to how that's going to impact the system, knowing that we had so many pre-sale wallets and launch wallets that, we're all kind of riding that same wave. And we've kind of gotten through that hump, and that's exciting to see. So yeah, everything looks really positive, and we're seeing the interest, as you mentioned, from, other syndicates, other YouTubers coming on board, and just the continued growth that is kind of coming from all the positive sentiment that I've seen out in the space. There's just there's nobody else paying. I haven't found it yet. Kind of to echo what Donatello's been screaming, just like, where is it? There's no other project like this. Everybody else is talking about, holding the line. If they're not losing, they're winning. But to hear it's positive growth. I don't know if you want to bring up, for everybody that's on the podcast, I think it's fine to bring up Rebecca's calculator atlas. I'm not sure if you want to kind of showcase that a little bit. She's gotten through a lot of the little initial bugs. They've been debugging and testing over in the ARK Rocket Science group, in Kelly's group. And Rebecca Snook kind of publicly launched on that Telegram group today her DApp calculator. I know Crypto Unlimited 22 kind of showed it off a little bit, and they've been playing around with it, and quite a few other people as well. So I think it's safe to show it if you want to pull it up. Do you know you got the link there?
Yes, sir. I'm pulling it up right now.
Cool. Yeah, so I think within the next 24, 48 hours, she'll be comfort level to release this publicly to everyone else through the announcements channels. But yeah, it's looking really good, and I just love it because it's simple. You can connect your wallet, or you can disconnect your wallet. You can delete your wallets from the UI as well. And then you can play with it and run different scenarios based on how much you put in. But it's just a real simple calculator, which is good. It's fully automated. So you just enter your principal balance, or you connect your wallet and it uses your current wallet stats. You can also add additional wallets if you have a multi-wallet strategy, and it kind of does an estimate, sort of a aggregator of principal balance and runs a summary report based on what those numbers would look like with all of the wallets playing together. So it's a really cool, simple to use, and it'll be a very useful tool for people that you're trying to bring on board, that may just have their mobile web app open and just enter one number and they can see, what the projections might look like. And I think it's a real reasonable outcome. And it doesn't look like, if you see some of these other ROI dApps that are promising, the world, it's a very long-term investment strategy that it demonstrates. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's not some crazy number like, you put in a few grand and you're going to get $2 million in 3 years or something that, it's just not probably possible. So very realistic outcome, I would say. And I'm just really happy with how simple and easy it is. And it's just a step in the right direction, I think. Some of the other calculators, they're great if you are coming from other protocols where you really understand all the mechanics, how everything works, and you're prepared to stare at, a very complex spreadsheet, which a lot of people like to do. But then for the average Joe and Jane coming into this project, we want to be able to dumb things down to the point where they can just put a number in and see, okay, this starts to make sense. I can see how the numbers add up, sort of scroll through the rows of data and get a feel for, when they go from 2% to 1%, how's that impact their daily net yield, and then look at the overall stats for that wallet and see what kind of net after selling they can expect, basically profit in their pocket. After all the taxes and all the sales taxes and everything, how much can they put into their pocket from that one wallet? I think that's really important, just to give them an idea of the scope of the project and also, set up their planning strategy. How much do I want to put in? How long is it going to take me to ROI, get this money back out? So, risk capital, but when can I expect to get that money back? And we have a little line on there in the summary chart that tells you an estimate for how many days to ROI. So great job by Rebecca. And I know she's working real hard behind the scenes to get all the little tweaks and bugs and things ironed out. And then, we'll go prime time with it. And this will also be included, I hope. We'll have to get our PWA developer to take a look at this soon. We wanted to wait until she got, a handle on all of the different fields and get feedback from everybody before we send it over to him. But we'll have this included in the PWA at some point, maybe not at launch, but soon after. But it's great. What do you think of it, Atlas, so far?
Amazing. No, I've been busy. I know it came out very busy today, so I didn't have a chance. But this is really awesome, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm not sure if any other projects have something similar. I haven't seen a calculator in a dApp like this where you can connect your wallet and it uses the same logic and mechanics as the smart contracts do. I don't know if anybody has any comments on that, but I haven't used one like this. There might be something like it out there for like a miner or something more simple, but I haven't seen one in a daily ROI dApp.
Right. Wow. I don't know either.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody in the room who see anything like this? Maybe Chris Dugan or Mistletoe?
No, this is really cool. I really like the how you can add wallets and just scan other people's wallets to see what's going on too. Like you could even scan the wallet that I won twice on and use me as an example of what winning Spark twice could really do, because the wallet that I won on just went in with the minimum amount.
You want us to do it? We can do it here live and get an idea.
Yeah, sure.
Here,
I'll see on the wallet to you. In fact.
Thank you, sir. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's so funny because the ARK Rocket Science group has been pretty quiet. And then as soon as these calculators started dropping, Kelly put her new calculator out. This one came out today, and that it's like it's on fire over there. It's like it lit up overnight. It's pretty cool. now everybody's all active in there, and we're seeing some excitement. And people, what's funny is because of the discussion too, there was a lot of people in the group that kind of came in early, just sort of poke around a little bit, and now we're seeing some activity. So people going, man, this project looks pretty solid. I might want to get involved in it. So that's going to be good for Kelly too.
Yes, sir. I mean, who doesn't like the new tech, right? And playing around with this and not having to use the Excel. I mean, this really just fits the whole profile of ARK and simplifying it, going that extra mile and providing tools that are effective that you could use every single day to manage your investment. Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if Terrence or Bizy Dips can talk, but I know they're really into the calculators and might be a really good sales tool to use, as you're bringing people in and trying to onboard them. I don't know if you have any comments on that, but.
Just sent you the wallet there.
There we go. I'm adding it in. Sheesh. The man is on fire, baby. Woo.
Insane.
Wow. Dude, your NAV's like super high. Wow. Oh, man.
5 CWR.
Let's go. The man believes. He really believes. And it's paying, my friends. Look at this. This is really paying. Wow.
Incredible, man.
Whew. 3 months earnings, your daily at the end of year 1. Man, daily year 2, that's a nice bag. That's a really nice bag to have every day. Man, you're gonna need like a bunch of Ultimo cards.
We're gonna need more accounts.
Exactly. Wow. Man, this is a beautiful thing. Yeah, I've got and you have NFT as well?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start paying it forward too, and I like the what Catalyst has been doing and Eternal, how they open wallets for other people, and it's just it's $70 to get started. I'm definitely gonna start taking some ARK from that wallet and start handing some out.
Wow. Let's see what it does here. Does it shift it? Man, very, very interesting.
Yeah, what's cool about the whole slider of this is that you can look and see, what your when you start to move that, you can see what your net payout looks like, after year 1 or something like that. But you can limit the time, and all of the numbers adjust as you move the slider. Obviously, if you move it all the way to the right, then it basically takes you to max wallet. So you can kind of tune the time horizon and say, okay, after 6 months, where am I going to be in terms of ROI, in terms of, the net after selling, if I'm selling ARK along the way, based on your CWR strategy. So yeah, it's fun, man. It's complex enough. It can keep you busy for a little bit, but it's not too difficult to understand if you just understand the basics of the protocol.
Amazing. Here we go. Man, this is going to generate some heat, boys. We're going to need a bigger boat.
That looks real good. I was checking it out. I seen it on Twitter and I checked it out. And yeah, it looks really good. The only person I know y'all was talking about, someone that has something similar. I know DripFi.app is something similar. Not as detailed as this, but they do have something similar where you connect your wallet. But yeah, this looks slick. Love it.
Yeah, that's cool. There's a lot of third-party calculator apps, but there's not a lot of native ones. On the protocol app. Like Drip doesn't have one. Yeah, Drip doesn't have one.
Y'all doing your thing though, man. Keep it up.
Yeah, you too, man. I've been watching all your shorts, all your shorts videos. Those are cool.
Yeah, I'm ready to cover this. I'm ready to cover this as soon as possible. But yeah.
Brett, should we wait until it's out of beta before having them tell them and the folks do a video about it?
I think it's pretty good now. I mean, they were going back and forth all day. She was on it. So the ARK Rocket Science group has got a pretty good once over on it. I'd say if he wants to do a video on it, it's probably pretty safe. She's got a couple little things like the tooltip descriptions on the NDB needs to be updated, but otherwise I say, it's pretty close to prime time. She'll probably tell me tomorrow. I know I want to give her a chance because if we roll it out to too many people, then she's going to get bombarded with, questions and everything. So she wants to make sure it's dialed in before it goes out.
Yes, sir.
Super dope.
Glad you like it, Terrence.
Yes. Yep. I can't wait to show it off.
Hey, Terrence, sorry to hear about the cat in the AMZ Doge, man. I know you.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, listen, it's a gambling game, and a lot of these are straight up gambles. But even through all of that, that's why you can come to appreciate ARK even further, because you can look around. You can see there's nothing that's still standing, pumping 2% a day out. And really it's nothing that matches this. And so I think that as people keep chasing percentages, because this is a space where people chase percentages, all roads are going to wind up just leading back to ARK. It's going to be like, you've been running around all this time trying to find 2%. Here it is.
Preach. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I did. What happened with the cat? I didn't know anything about the cat. I mean, just last week I heard just people talking about investing. Is it recent that there's been a situation? Last couple of days?
Well, they were supposed to be migrating to this new contract, and now let me say this: it still could be alive, but until they get this migration done, I'm calling it a scam, but they say that they're doing it by hand, and they got all these different accounts to do by hand, and maybe so, and that would be very time consuming. But you kind of just keep saying the same thing. We need to see results, and forget the talk. We need to see results, and this is results. So that's what it comes down to.
And how long did that live?
So Cat was running for about 5 or 6 months already. So they've been pumping for 5 or 6 months. But they had these crazy rewards from, up to 5% per day. And they announced that they were going to dial them back in the new contract. And so, everybody's waiting on the new contract. I hope so. I got about 80 or 90 B&B in there somewhere. So, give me my money back. So.
Are you, well, yeah, I would ask that here publicly if you're ROI yet or not.
Go right ahead.
You ROI there already or you're still in a situation?
Yep, I'm still in a situation. Now, let me clarify that 80 or 90 B&B is from me hyper compounding. I have about $4,000 invested. So, but my time of hyper compounding for 40 days or so, in upline commissions, it's about 90 B&B sitting in there. So I like to see it come back online.
Man, let's pray. Why not? And hey, we've seen a couple of things go down the past couple of weeks where I've kind of heard folks saying, "Hey, I got my refund. Did you send an email? I got the refund. Don't give up yet." So mixed kind of things I'm hearing. Nobody in particular that I want to mention or name their names as far as the projects, but there's been a lot of that, of seeing folks say, hey, wait, don't give up completely. And sometimes you just got to keep the faith and hope for the best, prepare for the worst, right? But hope for the best. And, we can only be responsible, guys, for what we do here and the level of integrity, the quality of the work, and dedication to to this community, to the growth. And I think the moment you start thinking as an entrepreneur or a CEO or just somebody out there doing something that you've got it all figured out, and you've got God, grabbed by the beard, right? You're in for the surprise. So let's really hope for the best. And this is a daily battle. And even having high percentages like that, look, as long as you can fill it, and you can grow something, then it's just a matter of that, and managing expectations and keeping that flow. I mean, we have a lot of bills to pay here, guys. 2% a day is extreme any way you look at it. But as Brett was saying, now we're seeing those folks that are getting that ROI, and they're dropping it down to that 1%. That's going to be a big difference. We're also understanding more capital's coming in. So things are looking amazing, and we're understanding that it's the contracts, it's the architecture here, but it's so much more than that. The quality of the work, the who is here when it comes to a team, the who is here when it comes to the smart money, the experienced DeFi investors like yourself that make the difference. And when great people come together, there's really a lot of potential for growth. And I think it's one of the reasons you're in, and you've come in so heavy. I mean, that video you showed the other day, boy, you put your money where your mouth is, man. And that's nothing short of admirable and respectful and in integrity. Let's get this crypto, Terrence.
Let's get this crypto.
Yes, sir. So providing that comfort, that confidence level, and as you're seeing here too, a lot of folks are walking around. Just today, I was in a couple of groups sharing information. I like to keep tabs on what people are saying about everything, not just about ARK. And I can tell you the smile on my face going through a couple of groups, seeing a young man that's invested here a long time ago. They built their team. They really got organized right in the beginning, and I think around 40 of them really seized the day, and they were ready like a cobra in the grass, ready to strike. And about 40 of them got into the pre-sales, different stages. But all of them, my friend, are in their ROI phase right now. First 1x ROI. And those folks are over there so happy that they took the time, that they came in. And we're talking here November, 4 weeks, record sales, 2-minute sellouts of our pre-sale NFTs. And then understanding that there were people going around crying in this space. Oh, man, I was ready. I had everything pulled up. I didn't think it was going to take 2 minutes for this to sell out. And then having to wait a whole another week, round 2, and instead of giving the folks the opportunity to buy 2 pre-sale NFTs, we said, hey, let's put a limit of 1 per person. That got us to 12 minutes, and there were still other folks crying. So they're sitting there happy, and man, they're just rubbing their fingers, palm of their hands. Their palms are scratchy. They're like, man, there's so much juicy gains coming to us. Bring it. Print it, ARK. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working, and it's only getting better every single day. So that's something to be happy about. That puts a big smile on our face. We want the win. You talk about the win. Everybody talks about the win. Well, actually, no. Let's be honest. They talk about you compounding. They talk about you sacrificing forever and a day. Let's keep it real, folks. But here at ARK, we get realistic. You want real, you want reality. Reality means you have a family to take care of. You have your financial goals and dreams. And reality is that you want to get in and you want to get your money out ASAP, folks. That's how hard it is right now on these streets. It's the bear. And beyond the bear, you got a bunch of people walking around making a lot of promises that you just can't deliver. And they're kicking the can down the road. And they make you feel guilty if you take your profits responsibly. And what the ARK is saying is very clear. Ladies and gentlemen, pay yourselves. There's no shame in being a successful investor. And I've gone blue in the face telling people that, and they just don't listen. So, hey, you know what? Let's let the smart contract do that for you, sir. Just sit back, relax, calm. Get this crypto. Get the win. And then start taking some responsibility and understanding that if you want the band and the music to keep playing and you want this to keep going, there's a point that you're going to also have to start rowing in the direction here with the rest of us. And that it's going to get really, really interesting and exciting. That's where people, start dropping that laziness and understanding that if they're not part of the solution, they are the problem. Sheesh. Now that's something to talk about. Because, you're looking at these numbers. I mean, look at these numbers, folks. Daily, end of year 2, you're at 836 a day. Who doesn't want to keep that going, my friends? Who doesn't want to rock their I Love ARK? I mean, you can go get your branded license plate. So you go, what? ARK what? ARK 2, ARK 10, ARK 20? What's ARK 20? Man, I got 20 wallets in ARK. What do you got in your wallet? What's this ARK, man? Sit down. Let's talk about it. Hey, check out here on my mobile application. Check out my calculator. Check out my compounds. Look at my history. Look at my growth. Look at the sliding bars and the way that everything's put together. And it's just like mind-blowing. Oh, you got my attention now. Yes, sir, you do. And man, we've got it all figured out for you, sir. Here's my QR code. You can download it, get in the game, take out the credit card. I'll sit here with you. And you know what? We got Coach Brad. We got Terrence, man. Oh, Terrence, you're going to love Terrence. We got Mistletoe. Man, we got some people here ready to help you get the win. Let's get this crypto. Fun with the calculator today. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, guys. Anybody have a question or a comment? The Atlas is on a roll tonight. Happy to see people getting their wins, talking about it in their groups. Do you feel it, folks?
Oh, I can feel it.
Happy days. Brandon's quiet tonight.
I'm glad that
Go ahead, Mistletoe.
that Twitter Spaces was free though. That was quite something.
Yeah, that would have been an L if we had to pay for it, for sure.
I didn't know how much it was going to be.
Well, it was kind of short notice that they brought it in, which is okay. Listen, we're ready. Bring it. We always said it, 3 people, 4 people. If they're serious, man, we'll spend an hour or two. Brett could tell you, man, we've done a lot of these things going to places. 196, I saw at one point, like, hey, why not? Let's go. We have, time, we have passion, we've got a great product, and it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity.
I was actually surprised. like, did you guys just have connections to get in there? Because I'm surprised like groups like those don't just charge everyone.
Well, Z was in charge of that, and I've heard of these type of things where they can bring a crowd together by having different projects come and just show their alpha and expose what they're doing, and maybe it resonates with somebody, it draws their attention. I've seen, we know somebody here, and close to ARK, and I think they had one time something like 20,000 people. And they found like the perfect time of the day, and it was like a Thursday or Wednesday at this hour, and they combined all these groups, and we tried it once with them, but for some reason, I don't know if there was a time or what happened, there was maybe 60, 70 people, so the magic wasn't there for us. And then we got invited back, and there wasn't there either, so something on their end where maybe they weren't doing the magic behind the scenes the right way to have that. But like I said, you invite us. We're going to do our best to be there. And we get a lot of proposals from a lot of people. A lot of my time, guys, honestly, is taken, doing due diligence on some of these groups. And, especially when it's something paid, most of them are. And realizing that we have a great budget, but we have to be very careful. Because some of these people will be happy to take your money, give you, 30 minutes, an hour, and have a room full of Jeets. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I just mean folks that are just not real investors, and they're looking for a quick 100x, and they've got 10 cents. And the real reason they're there is because there's a giveaway of 50 or 100 or 200 BUSD. And they're going to read you the same question that they found in a fortune cookie at a restaurant over and over. One time, man, I remember going. This is a funny one. We did three AMAs in a row, and we had the same dude ask the same fortune cookie question. And I'm like, come on. I'm like, so if you spend time here, with me, there's some folks that have been here with me for quite some time. They know that when it comes to that sort of thing, I don't have a lot of patience, and I'm not here to waste my time or anybody else's. So yeah, you'll hear me. You're like, I'm not answering fortune cookie questions. Next. And if I can't understand your language, no disrespect, man, but can you just write it and have it be concrete? And I put pressure on these hosts to deliver and show some professionalism, especially if we're paying for something. And sometimes you just have to go and do that tour just to do the tour. There could be 1 or 2 or 10 people, and hey, man, this is crypto. You gotta play the game, my friend. But there's a point too where you just say, hey, I've done enough of that. There's a couple of YouTubers, not to say anything, but you have to go and do them. You just have to. Whether you like it or hate it, you got to learn to love it. It's part of the game. You understand?
100%.
But with that comes the discernment we talked about before, and then being effective. I've had a couple people. I've been hanging out here on a Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 in the afternoon, EST. And sometimes when I come, people start joining, and they're like, man, like the piranhas, they come. One time there was this young man, and he's trying to talk me into doing an AMA over at his lounge, and there's, a couple hundred people or 1,000 people in there. I'm like, okay, it looks good. But I don't see really any kind of, legit, let's say, high yield projects that have gone through there. So I'm already like, man, you guys are not really a profile, but it doesn't mean that we can't go and try to save you and give you something serious. But here's what I want you to do. Go read that white paper over the weekend. Put some questions down on paper. I want to see if you can understand. And if you can't, I want to have a private conversation with you and explain things. But first, sir, I want you to put the work in. And if you wouldn't invest your own money, seriously, honestly, into this, then we just don't want to talk, and we don't want to work with you. We're not going to, play Monopoly here, pass by go, and give these people, 200. It's a lot more than that, some of these places. And soon enough, I said, man, make an appointment with me Monday, contact me on Sunday, and I do these things purposefully, like strategic. Call me this day at this time. I need a message from you. And 98% just fall off and they don't come through. And there's your answer. If you're not willing to put the work in, if you're not willing to show some respect of what we're doing here and the way that we do business with people, then you played yourself, right? We give you an opportunity. So, some people, they just want the quick buck. A lot of them do. Mostly in the space, they do.
They'll find out the hard way in the end. I've missed out many opportunities because I thought like that. You skim something over, you don't put in your work, you don't put in the due diligence, and a month later you see that project. People are all talking about it over Telegram. This did 100x, this did 20x, blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, I was looking at that, But you got to do if something comes across your radar, you got to take the 20 minutes or 10 minutes and go take a look.
Because if you really think about it, if you understand ARK and you've got a community with 2,000 hungry investors looking for opportunity, with just 10 ARK, you're in the game. You get that referral link, you plug it in, you do your due diligence, you create some questions, you create a vibe and a buzz over in your room. And my friend, you let Brett and me go in there, man, and we will just do stone cold on him, man, and just get him. Shilling their links, shilling their bags. And it's just interesting how they don't want to hear that. They don't want to understand the opportunity. They don't want to understand how they could turn those 2,000 people into a syndicate that would just print them so much money if they just took the time. So that's why I do that. You're in a Jeep world and a Jeep mentality, and they just run these projects through. They don't give about what it is. So if you don't get it, you're wasting my time, you're taking our money, and it's our duty to get the most out of something, especially when we pay for it. And mostly, behind the scenes, have not done business with me, but if you talk to anybody that does, they will tell you Atlas does not mess around. Atlas is hard as nails when it comes to doing business. It's got to be done right. And if there's dollars that are going to be spent, it's going to be effective, or it's not going to happen. We put terms. We do what's right for our community. We sail the waters and we go to the ports that we see the opportunity. It doesn't matter how small, but we'll be there.
That's half the battle too, honestly. Like, I've shifted my perspective, and anyone can kind of fork a successful project, but I've kind of started investing more into leaders and the people behind things, because that's really where the long-term kind of projects really shine out, is investing in people and not just the software, not just the contract.
And we understand that. And we understand that there's always fear with the new kids on the block. And we know, guys, there's a lot of money on the sidelines. Just looking, just staring, sitting back. They're not in a hurry. You see prices sitting there, ILC growing, nice and steady, dynamic, teams on fire, working, community growing. And they're every day more and more come in. And we always say it here, hey, no pressure, folks. We're going to need you 3 months from now. We're going to need you 6 months from now, 9 months from now, a year from now. This project will always require folks that are ready. And the only thing they're missing out on is the time that passed, that they weren't sitting here like the rest of us, right? And that's okay. I mean, I can live with that. I think all you can live with that because we're sitting here, right? Letting the printer do what it does. Letting the project and the team develop. And we've got so much packed. We got so much in the works that you haven't seen that as we start to reveal, publish, and launch, those folks that were thinking maybe 3 months, 6 months, what hurry do I have? Man, they're going to get whiplash. There's going to be a sonic boom happening here where they just can't look away. And they can't fight those impulses, and they can't fight those fears and their traumas and their PTSD. I mean, the only thing they could probably do is look in the mirror and say, man, why didn't I come in earlier? These boys are bringing the heat to the DeFi space. They're bringing the heat to the real world globally. Man, why didn't anybody do this before? And the way they're doing it, sheesh, son, come on, man. This is all well orchestrated, strategized. I mean, we're sitting here on the 111th podcast, 111. That's a winning number, folks. Why is that? Is that a mistake? Is that just, we're bored? We got nothing better to do with our lives? Or we understand who's watching, who's paying attention, who's on the sideline, who's here already winning and investing and saying, man, I got to go knock on the neighbor on my left, the dentist sitting on $750K, cannibalizing the account. 3% of that, 5% of that, bring it on. Got the other neighbor on the right. Man, he just sold a bunch of his stock, man. That guy's sitting on 20. Give me 5% of that. Stack it up. Bring it in. Come on, man. Stack it up right here. Bring it in. Because I have the confidence. I got my ROI, and I see where this is going. And we haven't seen anything like this. Getting chills, guys. The excitement, the fun. And for us, guys, it's a lot of fun because we've been cooking it. We've been working this for a very long time. So every opportunity we get, it just gives more confidence, even to us as a team. And where does that come from? The confidence comes from putting in the work, working harder than anybody else. When everybody else is going to sleep, when everybody else is tired, it can't go that extra 5K in the run. That's where you see them all go to the side, go drink your water. Oh, I got to cramp this. I got to cramp that. Okay, man, you keep cramping up. We're going to keep going. Last man standing, folks. You want to be in this business? This is what it takes. Go flip burgers. Go do something else, man. Go follow the herd, the crowd, or whatever you want to call it. Go sit there and degen and beat yourself up. Punish yourself every time you get a loss, man, because you don't have the patience. You don't have the time. You don't know a good thing if it slapped you in the face. And yeah, somebody could get lucky a bunch of times. Man, the luck right now in this space is hard to find. You got to find value, and you got to find consistency. All right. Questions, comments? Coach Brad, you want to do some Spark rewards? Donatello, Brandon. Who wants to do some Spark tonight? What, sir?
I said you don't have to ask me twice. $1,400 worth of over $1,400. Let's see who wins.
Let's get this crypto. Oh yeah.
They're like, man, keep him talking. Keep him talking. The more he talks, the more Spark prize we're gonna win tonight, folks. Come on, man. Let's keep on talking. Oh man, I'm gonna lose my voice. cancel that. We ain't losing nobody's voices here. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. But yeah, I do sometimes get a little tired. That's why I like the interaction when you folks come. Thank you, Mistletoe, man. He's been doing the ping pong with me tonight and getting the conversation flowing and going. That's what we're here for, folks. Get your ideas, your opinions. Can't be an echo chamber all the time. So let's go and unleash the beast, ladies and gentlemen.
You do a fantastic job, Atlas. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. You've been doing an amazing job, man. Flying this flag. You've been going to the crypto abyss, the hard streets, man. Rocking I Love ARK. It's like, man, did this guy go crazy? Or, man, he's crazy in love with ARK. And it's paying. Oh, it's paying, my friend. And I think a lot of folks can respect that about you, Brandon. You're a smart man. Still to this day, I think the person that really understood ARK inside out, nuts and bolts, backwards, sideways, you really got this project and the pieces of it, every little piece. And I'm so impressed, man. Amazing.
Yeah, thank you. It's a great design. It really is. You guys really thought everything through. We say, wow, ILC reserves up to 456,000 BUSD. That thing just keeps growing. I love that. I really like the way that thing just, it keeps us all sailing smoothly. We're getting a lot more buying pressure than selling pressure at this point in the token. But rather than the price of the token mooning up, we're just packing our bags, packing up our reserves in the ILC for any stormy weather might be in the future. We'll be okay. Love it. Really smart.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is a result of our community. We didn't put a PooCoin ad, right? This is our community going out there, having these conversations. It's not an accident, and really, it's the community. It's the leaders like yourself, like Terrence. It's some of these folks, and pardon me if I don't say your name. You know who you are. Eternal and Catalyst. I mean, look, guys, it's you guys. We've created this. We've done our work. It's really the community that takes it to the next level. And we need to keep producing. We need to keep putting these tools in your hands. We need to keep making things that stand out and are so special that when you go out there and flex, it's like, whoa, wait, hold on. What was that? 1,500? Just give it. Yes, sir. Is your project doing that? Is the other thing, that other thing, and the flashy little lure that they use to catch the marlin or the deep sea fishing? Is that doing it for you, sir? What's in your wallet? Talk to me, man. What's in your wallet?
What's in your wallet?
Let's get real.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I mean, I'm here to do that. Brett's here. We're all here, but we can't have these conversations. We don't have these relationships. I think that the definition of development team and community is clearly defined, and symbiotic, and works and feeds off of each other. So when I come here and I look at these numbers and I see the growth of the wallet and I see the IOC, it just brings that clear understanding that the folks are coming in. They're coming in because this community is absolutely on fire, hungry, and making it happen. So pat yourselves on the back, guys. Come on. Let's go.
I mean,
It's you.
I don't think of us as hungry. I think of us as eating very well every day. We're eating well over here. We're not hungry. We're eating well. Everybody's fed.
Absolutely.
First class dining service here on the ARK.
Yes,
The white
absolutely.
linens. We got the polished utensils. We got 3 different kinds of wine glasses. You know.
Sheesh. The Riedel Cristal. The crystal Riedels. Those are the nice ones, man. Oof. They got those above the ARK. Dining room on the fourth floor there at the ARK.
We got the nightly show. Top-notch entertainment. The grand prize in the grand ballroom of the ARK, the Spark Lottery every evening. We just need everybody needs to have like a little champagne glass and ding 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 ding. Well, that's another kind of thing.
Let's go.
You're right. You're not wrong there. That's more appropriate.
Man, funny you say the ding because I remember I even asked a while back, is there a way that we could have the Telegram that, when a big 10K buy comes in or something like that, that it just does that, live here, when we have the VC open, that's just always open, with our great friendly staff here to greet and educate everybody. But no, the answer was no. Someone should build that, man. Talk about the hype. I mean, and then you get bored of that one. So, you get the 25K, the 4,000 ARK max wallet coming in. Sheesh. And then you're sitting there. I mean, that's why I have these buttons. And I used to do that at some point.
It reminds me of when somebody sells things on Spotify, and I only know this because of my friend and the business that he's in. But every time there's a new sale on not Spotify, Shopify, he gets that he gets a little cha-ching on his phone. That's what we need with the Telegram and ARK. Boom, cha-ching, 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 ching, ching.
We can do that on the mobile app. Yeah, hold on. Let's put that on the list here. Where's my list?
Oh, there you go.
That's a good one, man. Just this thing keeps us going.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be so funny because somebody's sitting at lunch with their friends and their phone keeps going, cha-ching, cha-ching, and then their friends are like, what? Why does your phone, what's going on? And you're like, sorry guys, that's just my ARK app. That just happens every time somebody buys more ARK. Somebody gets into the Arkfi platform. What are you talking about? Yeah.
You might want to separate that from the other notifications that ARK sends out.
Major key alert!
Don't want that notifications turned completely off.
Right. You want to turn off most of them just so your phone doesn't drive you crazy, but you want to strategically turn on that cash register notification when you're out with your friends, let's say.
Imagine this one if you're walking around and you're making breakfast in Asia, right? And we're doing the nightly podcast and you've just won the Spark and your phone starts screaming this.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
Why not?
Yeah, that sounds ideal. Make it so, Captain. Make it so.
Man, that'd be a nice notification for real. Oh.
It's
and then when
too, your phone just lights up.
You get a new direct.
It wouldn't have took X-Ray 2 days to realize you won.
Where's the other one? And then when someone hasn't been really active for a while, no directs, they're just not really active. They're too passive. And then you hear this.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yes, sir. All right, man. 1,434. How many ARK is that? Let's unleash the beast, folks. Let's make it happen. Everybody's been really patient tonight. 250.73. All right, not as high as last night. Around the same time. Okay. About 6 ARK short. We can live with that. Everybody okay with that? We ready? Let's go for it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Probably about 20 seconds here. I like how you do it live on your stream. Like, hold on, folks. I got to put my password into the cold storage, to the ledger. And you always say, I'm not good at multitasking, but you are actually.
Oh,
You're
no, dude. I literally, that's like a little nightmare that I have inside my own head whenever I'm doing that, because I cannot multitask and I can't talk and enter my PIN at the same time. So I always have this little fear that I'm going to blurt out my PIN live on stream.
Oh, no. That's dangerous. Do what I do, man. Just play the music. Then you can focus, get everything set up. Guys, when we get, speaking of the music, what we haven't done in a while, man? Just noticed, because we have a little system here where we do the, let's get hype. That's where I get my password and everything ready. We haven't done it in a while. Yeah, let's do our go-to. We haven't played this one, I think, in probably over 10 days. All right, let's go for it. All right.
Oh, yeah, let's go. This one's my favorite.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Oh, it's impossible for me not to fall in love with you, baby. Yeah. Well, it's got to be tonight, baby. Be tonight. It's got to be tonight. Yo, let's do it, baby girl. Gotta do it like that, yo. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that you love me tonight. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that you love me tonight. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that you love me tonight. No! Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that you love me tonight. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Go ahead, baby. Tell me that you love me tonight.
All right, bear with me as we're reloading here. I always sees a bit on my end. Does it happen to you guys too when you're reloading the homepage, the D app? or it's pretty fast for everyone?
Not really, to be honest.
Okay. All right, folks, it's that time. Unleash the spark. Let's go, folks. Let's see if today it actually goes a bit faster as it's resolving the wallet after we get the confirmed transaction. And off she goes.
I love that little jingle. I don't know if I'm just weird like that, but it's like I'm Pavlov's dog with that.
Hey, you could use it on your stream, man. I'll give it to you. Excuse me.
Is that from wheelofnames.com? Because if you do it on my browser, it's a different little jingle.
I'll get it over to you.
Word. Muchas gracias.
They'll be like, "Hey, isn't that the wheel over at ARK?" Yes, sir, it is, and it is infectious, man. Once you heard it, you can't unhear it, and it just means people are winning crypto. And talking about winning crypto, folks, tonight's winner, their wallet ends in 7D3A. And they've won 250.85 ARK, folks. Congratulations. Let's go. You won.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
First time winner.
Okay. Spread the love. Man, there's no time like your first time when it comes to the spark. But mistletoe, that second time is just like, man, that's got to be super overwhelming. Like, really.
It was pretty crazy. I wish I was live on the podcast for it.
Hey, maybe it was Catalyst.
Whoever
maybe
they are,
Catalyst.
they're actually in my upline, so it's someone that's
Ooh.
close to me, I guess.
So this would be coming from the SK Crypto K line syndicate or another one?
This is from Squid Arc.
And what does DAP tap into? Were they in the pre-sales?
Mark.
Is there like a major?
It's Mark's group, one of Mark's groups.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Mark, man, Mark hasn't been very active with us. I know he's busy. He works a lot, travels, I haven't heard his voice in quite some time. And Dietz, his wonderful wife, shout out to them. And I haven't really engaged with him in so much time. I haven't asked him if he's won for himself because, boy, man, Mark Ape in big time here at ARK. That guy, he's one of the luckiest investors I know. He goes big and he wins big. Sheesh. Got to give it to the man. Respect. He is not afraid. He's one of those dudes who's like, man, scared money don't make money. I'm all about making the money. And he's diamond handing. And, man, you could take a page out of his book any day of the week, folks. Mark II, Dietz, crypto winner. And day one, super patient. He was not one of the original syndicate founders, but boy, did he have patience, and boy, did he really spend a lot of time here getting to know the team and doing his due diligence and just collaborating and being a part. We're talking months upon months and months and months and months. You know, even in phase one, the man absolutely deserves every ARK that's coming to him through these contracts, boys. Sheesh.
Yeah, he is goated for sure, and I can definitely confirm he has won Spark at least one time.
Oh, really amazing. Music to my ears. I got to write him and congratulate him. Sheesh. Any questions, comments? Are you guys also seeing what we're seeing? So many people getting that ROI and rejoicing in their groups, patting themselves on the back. You know, we got a couple folks that are sabering. You know, Brandon, maybe you can help me out when you grab the champagne bottle and you use the little saber and you slice off the top, slice off the cork.
Oh, that's one way to open up a champagne bottle.
It's the only way if you ask me. It's the only way if you ask me, man. I could do it with a you know, those little tiny they're the coffee spoons, but not the standard one. I'm talking the miniature one. I could do it with a tiny little one. Just a flick of the wrist, man. It is gone. And, you know, I could do target practice with my old house with the pool. I could be on the third floor and be like, hey, okay, which corner you want it? Right there. There we go. Bam. Let's go. Good times. Happy days. And when you work so hard, bro, you know you're going to be celebrating, man. When you're on board the ARK, you know you're going to be celebrating. Come on, guys. Start practicing, man. You're gonna be over there Mykonos on top of the tables, you know, with the little spoon. Pah! I don't need a big saber. That's for the newbies. What are you talking about, son? Have you never tried it, Brandon? You never done it?
No, sir. No. Sounds fascinating, but nope. I'm not even much of a drinker, to be honest. I don't like my one drinking story is I like a fruity drink. So my friend and I were actually doing some work in El Paso, Texas, and right across the border is Juarez, Mexico. And
that's dangerous place.
It was around about Valentine's Day, and I don't like beer. I don't like really any alcoholic beverages unless it's kind of fruity, you know, kind of sweet. You can't really taste the alcohol, whatever. So we went down for lunch to this restaurant in Juarez, and it was around about Valentine's Day. And so on the table at the restaurant, they had one of those little placards showing the Huracán de Amor, the Hurricane of Love, which was like a red fruity drink. So I ordered a Huracán de Amor. And there's just me and this other dude at you know, around Valentine's Day eating lunch. So the waiter kind of looked at me sideways and brought me my drink. And ever since that day, that was my nickname. I was the Huracán.
El gringo Huracán extra grande. The most interesting man in the world. Purveyor of the drip. Papayas, the most sensuous fruit.
You do that voice well.
Actually, one day I'll show you. We got a good friend who has the crypto papayas. I might be able to find it, but I don't think I have. No, I don't have my sound plugged in for Telegram. I'll do it for you another time this week. And if you thought that was good, Benny the Butcher, man, Benny the Butcher is he's great. He's really, really great. But yeah, I'd have to set that up. Coach Brad knows it, right? The papaya.
Yeah, we played that a few times back in the day.
So I've decided tonight when I do my Drip Guide Syndicate Sunday random airdrops, I'm actually going to airdrop 3 of my syndicates, directs, I'm going to use the system. I'm going to do 1 transaction, 1 gas fee, 3 airdrops randomly selected. So cool, right?
Magic.
This will be fun. Magic.
Magic.
Exactly. 2802. So I just do the checkbox. Checkbox for you, sir.
House of pleasure.
Yeah, sure. 4557. Oh my God! Don't die, Jello. Please don't die. Okay.
And I got another one for you after you do the airdrop.
Yeah. 4557. 4557. Okay,
Built that one in too.
Checkbox for you, sir. We're doing checkboxes right here. And
so in your streams, are you starting to? I don't want to distract you, so you don't have to talk. But are more people starting to say, I want the ARK instead of the drip? As I know it's going to take some time.
It keeps being drip. I mean,
okay.
Whatever the StreamYard system, it chooses somebody at random, and yep, I keep saying it, but it's just a matter of time. You build it.
It's just a matter of time. I keep offering people the jungle vax, but they still want the Pfizer. I mean, hey, you want a cardiac arrest? Then go for it, buddy. But no, just not the best comparison. It was kind of a bad joke, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that unfold, and I think a great temperature gauge. And we can understand. I mean, ARK is always the same kind of price, and that's kind of cool, but it helps to be in the game. And if you're not in the game, a great opportunity through an airdrop. Were the folks happy with the special contest we did for your community? The $1,000 giveaway, those winners.
That was huge.
I mean, that's a nice
1,000 plus
start.
the 200 more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
That's
obviously,
right.
my syndicate is up to 85 directs at this point. So, booyah!
Well,
not even 4 weeks.
We're gonna have to do it again at some point very soon. Maybe we up the ante. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. But we want to keep folks engaged and definitely giving them some support. I mean, people are hearing about ARK. I mean, just today, Brandon, we had a couple of great YouTubers banging on the door here, looking for those gains and understanding what's happening here. I mean, who doesn't want to be on a winning team and be on the right side of history and what's happening, what's coming? It's exciting.
Well, I'm still working on my dude over here. I'm not going to mention his name. I think he would be a fantastic YouTuber for the ARK specifically. I think I sent you a DM, Atlas, of one of his videos. He's just like absolute natural. His channel is growing super quick, but he's also like very involved. That's another reason why I want him to start talking about ARK, because he's super involved with Drip. He's doing a lot of work with that, and I'm like, that's great. But you could also you can go in 2 directions at the same time,
Hey, there's plenty of billionaires and millionaires, right? And they put expansions on the mansion all the time. The 8-car garage, it just doesn't work. I need the 12-car garage, man. It's like, looking over on Haggerty and seeing this old school 1943 Type 35 Ducati, man. Oh, man, sheesh. Son, don't get me started. I want the expansion on the mansion. Why not?
Well, you can have 2-car garage, 3-car garage, right? You don't have to have only 1-car garage.
Exactly. So, I mean, listen, man, when you're tapped in, tuned on to abundance and growth, opportunity, folks that make a lot of money. They want to make a lot more money. We know the folks that don't have money, they're desperate for an opportunity. But sometimes I don't know who has more FOMO. The guys that have a ton of it, I don't know, or they want more, or the folks that don't have anything and they just want that opportunity. But at the end of the day, I think that it's just an innate human desire to have that freedom and to have that comfort, not having to walk around, look at, what does this cost? Blah, blah. Ooh, no, let me turn it back. Does it have a sale? Is it on sale yet? Is it on the rack? I mean, come on, man. And once you get out of that zone of that mentality and you have that freedom, you don't want to go back. And maybe that's the driving desire for a lot of these folks that already have a lot, that they just want more because they don't want to go back. They're looking that way, not behind them. They're looking at opportunity, not what happened before. And a lot of people get caught up in that loop of looking at the past and letting that fear make their decisions. And a lot of times keep them from a good thing. Or they're on the other spectrum of just throwing it at the wall and seeing if it sticks. That's not going to get you good places. And that's why we're here, folks. Every single night, talking about ARK growing, seeing the smiling faces, and seeing the growth. We don't have an all aboard for you tonight. We don't have a DeFi session tonight. I think tonight's more of just having an open conversation, state of the union. And my friends, the union here at ARK is strong and improving every single day. Thank you.
Liz, can you hear me?
Still with the drawing for the all aboard session for the content pump.
All right, man, let's go. Z wanted to say something before you guys get that all ready for display. Go ahead, Z.
Yeah, I just got home. It was long travel from Birmingham, but I'm home. There's a few things that updated today. So just before sort of Brad goes into his thing, so Sony are doing an incubation with A-Star, a Polkadot ecosystem token. So that's pretty positive. And then you have OKX, a big exchange that is about to release OKX Chain, which is their DeFi protocol. Pretty cool stuff.
Never a dull day in the DeFi. No, sir. Thank you for that, T. Coach Brad, fortunate. Whenever you guys are ready, more ARK giveaways. It's all yours. Take it away. If you build it, they will come.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sweep widget. Hey, Brad, I had a question on the sweep widget. It tells you for each step you have to put in your YouTube handle that you did, that you liked the video or commented or whatever. And so mine is drip guide. Am I supposed to put like drip space guide like it appears on the comments section and stuff like that, or is it a different username? Are you just supposed to type it in, spaces or no spaces? Do you know how that works on the sweep widget?
Yes, so you type in whatever name you have registered to that platform. So if you're using, if you're doing a like on a YouTube video, you write whatever your name is on YouTube. If you're doing, clapping on a Medium article, you would use whatever your name is on Medium.
Okay, including the spaces?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. I suppose you can verify too. Like I could ask you to, offline, I could ask you to make sure I got entered for the sweep widget action.
You can, but once you've done it, you'll see it's actually very self-explanatory, because when you come back to the sweep widget and enter your name, it will actually tell you, there'll be a tick by the task, and it will tell you that you have an entry for that task being completed.
Oh, okay. So it like checks real time.
It does.
Ah, okay. Well then, yeah, I've been seeing the tick marks. I've been seeing the ticks, the check marks or whatever. Yeah. Okay, I'm good then. Thank you.
Awesome. Cool.
And also, congratulations to the winner, Kira, out of the Russian Federation. Man, he is awesome. He is always in my DMs, great suggestions, very, very involved into what we do here at ARK, and always asking, hey, what's coming, external utilities and ILC. And really nice when you have investors that sometimes they have deeper questions and they don't want to soft FUD or start asking things on the public. And I do respect that. They do have questions, they do want answers, but they want to do it in a more private manner. And we've developed a great, I think, relationship through that. And not just a person to ask questions, but gives ideas. And I think that's great. It's easy to just ask, but I think it's so much more constructive when you say, well, how about this? And have you thought about that, Atlas? And have you guys discussed this other part? And what if you add this feature of the airdrops? And I mean, we love you guys. So many of you come with idea. Chris Dugan also is very active. Hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you try that? Involved. We're listening to you guys. We don't know everything, and there's always better ideas coming from the creativity of so many different folks. So happy to see him get the win tonight. Shout out. Let's go. And did we get the Twitter thing fixed, as it's important for us to have? Was that Twitter enabled, or was that one of the tasks tonight, folks? Coach Brad or Fortunate?
I'm still waiting on a response from the support team.
All right, thank you, sir. Very well.
Yeah, that was one thing I did have trouble with one of the nights. I was trying to do the Twitter thing and retweet or whatever it was, and that task that I wasn't able to get the check mark on the Twitter one.
We didn't go with the Gleam one, Brandon, because it didn't have the Medium support, I believe, and we wanted that. It was something, or was it YouTube that was having the issue, Fortunate, that we didn't go with Gleam? There was something that didn't fit our task.
Was the YouTube comments? Yes.
Really important. Pass next. And we're looking to a third one as well, that one of our investors who does promotion for his channel of investors, and he suggested it. So we're looking at it as a backup alternative if we can't get the Twitter part resolved here, because we need activity all across the board on the socials. Any other questions, comments, folks? See, we got Juan, the herbalist, working on his new land. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Well, folks, we are 3 hours and 5 minutes into tonight's podcast. And I think it's time we bring it to a conclusion. And as always, we want to thank every single one of you for being here, present, sharing with us, for those of you folks that came to the 10-minute free A&A over on Twitter, where the potatoes and the D's were everywhere. Hope you weren't too traumatized. It's going to be an inside joke here for the ages on the ARK.
I'm scarred for life. I'm already scarred for life. Potatoes and D's. What is going on? Is this real life? You guys are trading NFTs that have dicks on them? And I thought tokens named after animals were a little bit silly. I thought tokens named after animals were a tough sell to a sophisticated investor. You're talking about, oh my God. Good luck.
Now provocative.
Good luck onboarding the masses onto those NFTs.
They had to push the envelope, Brandon. They had to push the envelope, make it more provocative. But maybe they went a bit too far. Maybe Z will do a deep dive for us into that and see how many did they sell, how much are they worth before we throw them under the bus again. So it'd be interesting to see. You know, maybe they figured it out. They know something we don't. Maybe we're missing out, but I don't think they've got the ARK. And as far as my eye can see, and we've been able to scour, looking for very high above as we're rising, like the bubbles in the champagne, folks. These printers are just on a tear. For the great folks that are listening to the podcast recording, we also want to thank you for your participation through listening. And we hope that you found tonight's podcast educational and informative, and that you were spared from that AMA on Twitter spaces tonight. Believe me, you didn't miss anything. We talked for 10 minutes and we were out, and hopefully we caught some people there, but they were into some funny NFT stuff. If you have any questions, you're curious, hit up Z. He knows all about it. We wish everyone of you a great night. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UTC. We're going to do more Spark. We're going to have more updates, and we're going to check up on the growth and see how tomorrow will be even better than today above the ARK. Please take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a wonderful night, folks.